Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm going to start a series of videos based on a deck that I found during my 31 Days of Tarot that I got at Divination's channel, which go to her channel, that she got from the Astral Alchemist, and it's called New Deck Who Dat. It's a 5-card spread, 5-card, but 5-card spread, and it's based on the idea of getting to know a new deck. Now, spoiler, most of these, some of these are not new decks. All of them have been opened, but some of them I haven't really played with, though I've had. This one I'm starting with, had a long time. The one I've played with the most, if you will, the Astral Path Tarot deck. And I'm going to draw 5 cards. The idea is I personally, how can I use this deck to spread truth? What questions are best served by this deck? Because okay. And I have shuffled this, but I always second guess myself. And if I have any questions, I will draw qualifiers from the same deck. Four. Got this new incense thing that does this pooling. We'll see how well it does. If it's too smoky, let me know. 5. Okay. So in this deck, in this spread, the first one is what type of readings are preferred by the suit. Usually the suit, so swords. So 2 of swords. And swords are questions of intellect, questions of thought. If I go by the 2 of swords, questions of decisions, right? Because which way should I go? Left or right? Right or left? North, south, east. Okay, so that's 4 directions, but you get, and I still love some decks have the person with the swords actually like right across their neck, which I think is the most unsafe way to carry swords because, sharp neck, shouldn't do that. But so it seems that this deck prefers questions that the suit of swords would answer most correctly in specific decisions. 2 is, look at swords again. What advice would help me as I'm learning to work with you? Focus, ignore travel and doing other things. Stay confined by learning the tarot, if you will. That's how I read that. I know but this picture seems like, okay, there's things I could be doing. I need to meditate. I need to order. I need to get my mind peaceful and ordered. This can come later. Those ships are probably always going off. But, and the trees indicate spring, so new beginnings, actually this is spring as well. Focus, meditate, stay within your lane, and get down the paths you need to follow to help people and to best bring in the meanings of the tarot. 3rd, how might it help me grow as a reader? Sorry, I get this one a lot. The Magician! So, make something out of nothing. I like that. To bring in all the elements. My air, my fire, my spirit, the earth. Bring it all together from nothing into something. I like that. 4, where might I struggle a little? Ooh, Queen of Staves. With my passion, maybe? Sometimes I get a little too passionate. I scare people. I often wonder if it's just because I'm a queen and I'm a female, and when I get strong, people go, ooh, she's mad. Or is it just that, when I get passionate, I get very intense. So I can see how having to, which that makes sense, because when I'm doing a reading for someone else, it's about them, not about me. And I need to stay separate, meaning that I can have my passion for the cards, but that shouldn't get in the way of the magic of bringing forth what the question is and answering the querent's answer. Answering the querent's question. 5. How might I fully tap into the energy of a deck? 8 of Cups. Now that's interesting, because that's usually leaving things behind. But maybe it's best not to, hold on, I have the book. You see, it's quite battered. I've had this a while. I just want to see if it's saying something more than I'm thinking. Abandoning assured success for an uncertain future. Dissatisfaction with stagnating tendencies of material success. Spiritual yearnings. Consciously giving up something in return of something else. Leave taking. So it is kind of what I'm thinking, but does that mean focus solely on this? Not give up the tarot, but really focus, but turn my back on other things? Well, you know what? Well, that's what this is for, right? Duh, Sid. You said you were going to pull qualifiers. No. Oh, that one. The Hanged One. Okay, there you go. Basically, how I can fully tap is to, change my perspective. Stop worrying about what I've always worried about is stability and stability in the physical plane, and focus more, get a new perspective, which is what this does. It makes me not think about here. It makes me think of here and out there and you and everything. So, and again, I'm always looking forward to suggestions in case they get a different reading, because this is all about me learning. So for my Ancestral Path tarot deck, right here, the deck is saying that it prefers questions, decision questions, but more of the intellectual and of the mind type questions, not emotional, not passion, not physical, but intellectual questions that that if I continue focusing on my craft, then I can become a magician. I can bring the meanings out to give the answers that people are looking for, and tease them out of the card. I need to keep myself out of it, not let my passion get in the way of the information, which is two different things. I'm just a conduit. And I can get into fooling the deck by, I need to turn my back on the wealth and look forward into the spirituality of what it is to be tarot. Well, there you go. That's what I get. If you have any different suggestions or feelings, let me know. I will leave a link to the deck in the description. Thank you very much for joining me. Ciao.